how are we doing today? Recently, I had done a video entitled A Tell from Film School. I looked over one of my classmates' thesis films and gave my critique on it. A couple of people seemed to really enjoy that. Today, we have not one, but two short films and something even more special. I, Grayson Todd, yours truly, is featured in one of the films. Before we go into these two cinematic trials, I would just like to paint a picture of the director, because I believe to understand one's art, you must understand the person behind them. My relationship with this director over the year we spent together at school was a little rocky. I believe we had some sort of falling out over Batman v Superman. He was an international student hailing from Austria who grew up loving 80s action movies and dreamed of one day coming to America to make his own blockbuster cinema. He was so pro-American, in fact, that he got in several arguments with veterans of the United States military who didn't really have the same optimistic outlook on the US as he did. A couple of times, teachers had to even step in and say, hey, you guys are about to fist fight. Can we calm it down? I would be remiss if I didn't also bring up that this person is directly responsible for several class periods of my good spent money being solely dedicated to therapy because he wanted to fucking fight everybody in the classroom, which is gonna make this watch interesting because I will also be critiquing my own performance. Maybe it's okay to critique other people if you're also critiquing yourself. It's been about a good 5 years since I last watched this. I don't really remember what it's about, and I don't really remember if I should be proud of it or not. I guess we'll find out.
Okay, Mr. Ivanov, so it's actually the last bill of your file.
These are all first-time directors. Most of us have never even picked up a camera before, and yet we all came out of the school with several films under our belt. What I hope to do with these videos is demystify the experience of filmmaking. When you start your film out, give us a little ease, give us a little mood, give us a little atmosphere. Don't let the very first things we hear be dialogue. It's really hard to tell what they're saying, what we're being thrown into.
Okay, Mr. Ivanov, so it's actually the last bill of your file.
This is supposed to be the will. His father just died, and now he's at the notary office getting the will, which is this treasure map.
No money? No bank account?
That's all we got.
Anything?
No.
15 years and that's all what he left?
If you speak English as a second language, do not let that discourage you from becoming an actor. But when the accent's so thick and it's not an immigrant story and it's not really essential to the character themselves, then having an actor like this can actually be detrimental to the story you're trying to tell because it's just difficult to hear what they're saying. It's difficult to get the information we need. This is a pure expository scene.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ivanov.
Oh, hey, who's that? Oh, this was our first year of film school. Still hopeful, still green, still think I can make it in this world, still think I can make something of myself.
Boy, times they are a-changin'.
This is about 40 minutes outside of Burbank where the school was. I had to drive, of course, only one with the car. And this is a big ass rock. We were just driving on the freeway. We got to the desert. We looked out the window and we're like, hey, that's a big ass rock. Maybe we should shoot there. I'm Mike. He's Rich because of Red Letter Media. My character, Mike, is joining Rich on a scavenger hunt to find the treasure that his father had left. Hasn't seen his dad in 15 years. Never gave a shit. Dad never gave a shit. That's the story.
That's the story. That's what we're doing.
Oh man. It's much bigger than I was expecting.
Don't worry, Rich. This is God's country. What's the worst that could happen?
I feel like I have a little explaining to do. You may notice during this film, I am rocking an accent that fluctuates between Australian, British. Why? I never done an accent before. I wanted to see if the director would tell me no. He never told me no, so I would like to apologize on behalf of whatever nation or identity this may offend. It was so fucking hot this day. Todd's top tip number 2. If you're gonna go out and shoot in the desert, have a plan. Have a strategy. Don't just go, hey, we need to get a lot of journey footage. So you two are just gonna walk a lot and we're gonna film that. Your 2 actors will get sunburned and tired and hurt and dirty. These shoes, these are my Vans Raleighs and I fucking love them. They fit so fucking snug and I could smell them from my feet. Immediately after we were done shooting, I drove straight to a mall and bought a new pair of shoes. I had to throw them away.
4 million years ago, this was actually underwater, and then the glaciers melted, and causing erosion in the rock formations, and that's how we get the...
This stupid rock.
If you're not able to get good sound, shooting outside kind of sucks. Then you have to do everything ADR in the studio. And we didn't get to that part in film school yet. It's one guy with the boom pole trying to get audio for both of us. No lavs, nothing extra. Just keep that in mind when you want to film outside. It gets windy, it gets noisy.
It's supposed to be a huge tree.
Well, there's many trees where...
Yeah, you see this tree, it's like bigger than this
You know what?
mountain.
Hold myself. Looks like I'm getting go scouted.
Ew. If I'm going to critique this film, I must also critique myself. That was not a good line delivery. I stumbled on my words and I really wish I had another take. That was bad on the director for not hearing that and saying we should do another take. I also look bad as a performer since all this is improvised. But on the other hand, goddamn, does this mohawk look good? Never again.
This little rock is no trouble.
Okay.
Woo!
So, do you see the tree?
I see everything.
If I'm gonna be honest, not the most flattering angle. Not super happy about this. Not loving what this is bringing out in me. Also, it's really hard to improvise when you have no story, no direction, no real idea where the characters should go. So you're just trying to think of gags on the spot. And we had some gags that we laid out before. The tone I'm finding is getting sillier and sillier, but it was never established in the beginning. The beginning was very serious, even though he had like a children's book. And it's like, this is what your father left you. He's dead. And he has this children's book. And now we're looking for treasure. And it's like, I don't know what the tone is.
Yeah, I see a big tree. It's over there.
Yeah,
Not too far.
not too far.
Let me get...
Oh my!
Rich!
Stunts.
Hold my hand.
Shit, I'm slipping. Pull.
Okay, I'm holding, I'm holding,
No,
I'm holding.
pull me up. No, up. Yeah, I'm slipping.
trying
Why are you with so
to.
much goddamn sunscreen?
It's just fucking sun.
He put on so much sunscreen, his hands were slippery, so he couldn't pull me up. Do you see how this represents the journey between him and his father and trying to reconnect with someone that you just can't quite get a grip of?
Mike!
Oh.
Oh, you're there. I'm coming. I'm alright? Here.
No.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah, just dirty my trousers.
That legit hurt. I did scrape my knees on that fall. Look how bare this arm is.
I will go around, okay?
What's the matter? You've never taken a shortcut?
See you. See you on the top, okay?
Got it.
What's the matter, David? Not taking a shortcut before.
It's just so awkward. Everything in this fucking awkward, especially me. The irony of this character being so obsessed with suntan lotion and then getting a wicked bad sunburn.
Rich! Rich! Right, I lied. I don't know where I am.
Fuck that motorcycle for undercutting my line. Oh, here's our heart to heart. Look how fucking sick this is. Look how fucking punk I am. Oh my god.
Better?
Yeah, a lot.
So your dad, he wasn't around much, was he?
I don't remember him so much. My mom left with me when I was 6 years old.
You never tried to contact him?
Why should I contact him? It's his job. He have to contact me.
You never thought maybe your mom was the one shutting him out?
Out of all this, I think this is probably the best scene, the heart to heart, the character stuff, which is what this film has been missing for 5 minutes. We finally sat down and got to know who these characters were and got to know his relationship with his father. This type of stuff should really try and be worked in the beginning of the film. A little undercut by his accent, but the emotions are still there.
Which way is it?
Northeast?
Okay, so we got the sun. So that way?
Yeah, probably.
Is that it?
I don't know. Is it?
Fuck should I know? I mean, it looks a little different.
It's so fucking dry for such a goofy joke. The map we've been following this whole time is just fucking crayon on paper. This desert fucking sucked. This was literally just some house we found. And there's a couple other houses that we thought were abandoned, had some very questionable graffiti in it, and also may or may not have been inhabited. When you stumble upon a meth den, do not overstay your welcome.
Oh, god damn it. Dude, are you gonna help me? Or are you just gonna sit there?
It's your father's hole.
It was so fucking sandy and cold, and we were sunburned. It was such a long day, and he was like, here, fucking shovel. We had to dig a hole to bury this fucking thing, and then we had to undig it, and it was up to us, and he was like, what? How hard could it be to dig a hole?
Hey, Rich.
They do it in movies all the time.
Oh! I think I got it! I think yeah.
Hey, pull up.
His fucking shirt. Ooh, the treasure bots. What did we
got it.
find?
See?
All right, let's see what we walked all this way for.
Are you ready?
Yeah, do it.
All of my stuff. All of that is mine.
Why do you leave you this shit?
Oh, it's the last game we played together.
Before what? Before what, Constantine? What? What happened?
Postcard.
Why did your dad just bury
sent it
your
to me.
shit in the desert?
Yeah.
Turns out the old fucker actually gave a shit.
Yeah.
Pack it up. You're carrying it back to the car.
Walking off into that desert light. Also, choose a font that we can read, or like give it a shadow or something. And that was our first film of the night. Overall, not bad. It's not offensive whatsoever. You could tell there was thought, a little bit of heart put into it, but it was just created in such a restrictive time frame that it couldn't really be fleshed out. And this brings us to film number 2, his thesis. Now, when it comes to making a student short film, your budget is going to be your biggest restraint, followed by time. What you need to do is just scale back what your story requires, scale back the scenes, and really just get to the bare bones. Get one really good location, one really good prop, one really good special effect that really sells this short movie. Our last episode was an example of someone with too much money throwing it at a film. This time is an example of a film that had the promise of a budget that didn't really see it through. The entire idea was a Kickstarter, something that a lot of film students feel like they can utilize. Unfortunately, Selvier had a little too much cockiness and just wouldn't stop bragging. I have a $50,000 version, a $30,000 version. I have a studio in China that's calling with making toys for this. And during this time, him and his wife were engaged and actually planning to wed. And instead of wedding presents, they had asked the family and guests to donate to the Kickstarter for this film. This film is a symbolic representation of his marriage in what he calls Rogue Hunter. Luddites are an anti-technology group formed under the leadership of Edward Ludham. If you ever played one of the games in the series Deus Ex, Jensen, I think is your name, has the sunglasses in his face. This is basically a fan film of that, but he also thinks it's Robocop. Deal with that as you will. Luddites, they don't like technology. They're a terrorist group. While they previously focused their attacks on augmented addicts known as cyber junkies. You hack yourself, you make yourself a junkie, and you're just like,
I gotta get cyborg connected.
Luddites have started to kill robotics researchers across the country. Bastards. Just researchers? What about the companies that are abusing the research? Why? They managed to avoid the authorities by not attacking the giant primer tech corporation at the center of New Detroit. It's New Detroit. Get it? Robocop. It's a Robocop thing. They managed to avoid the authorities by not attacking the giant primer tech. The authorities haven't been able to get them because they didn't attack this other place. They managed to avoid authorities. Not this time. They cross a Rogue Hunter, which I'm guessing is like a Blade Runner. It's like a specific class. They've been able to escape authorities by not attacking the headquarters until now because there's a cop that is looking for them. So this cop just got assigned to them. Cool. Whoa, baby. Let me take this future in. So we got sky rails, buildings, drones. The future.
We will not allow technology to define what it means to be a human. We will reclaim our humanity by destroying the very tools that enslave us.
You're telling me this guy who's broadcasting his entire plan, you're telling me this man has not piqued the interest of the authorities? There's one fucking building that he just didn't attack, and the authorities were like, who? What? Fucking who? What? I might just leave them alone. Now, this building is an abandoned bank or an abandoned apartment building that about an hour south of LA. And this building should have been condemned several times over. There's a lot of areas that are in really bad shape. You can tell one place used to be a recording studio. There's like felt and padding all over the walls. Other places were just apartment buildings. You can tell part of it used to be a bank. Really weird Illuminati like graffiti everywhere. I was scared that there was going to be a couple inhabitants in it. And somehow I got tasked with going into the fucking basement where zero light gets in and trying to set up work lights so we can then put all the equipment down in the basement. Why are we doing that? There's no light down there. Can we put it somewhere where there's light and just work there? We have to pick the one place where there's no light in the entire building. And I'm not a fan of being alone in an abandoned building where people probably lived and died. Going into the basement by myself with no source of light, I don't really enjoy that. And you're probably wondering, Grayson, what did you get paid for this? Oh, you don't get paid for working on student films. NYFA has a strict no paying other students rule.
What took you so long?
Half downtown is burning.
Half of downtown is always burning. There's been sightings of cyber junkies all over the neighborhood, and I need you to get in there and get them out of there ASAP. I don't want my face all over BrainNet for everybody to see.
This actor was a lot of fun. He was really cool. This other actor is supposed to be our Sylvester Stallone type. All I'm saying is when you're casting individuals, the main character, the action hero, that's kind of the most important one.
Here, take these. Get your head in the game.
Okay, so here's the thing about sci-fi. Here's the thing about world building. It doesn't work in a short film. You don't have a lot of time to work with. You don't have a lot of time to world build. So you really have to allocate every second of the film to just the journey you're trying to say. If you want to do a guy hunting down another guy and they have cyberkinetics, then do that and make it really kick ass.
Hey, Barnes, listen,
I shut that door. That's me. I shut that door and I'm proud of it.
You got a dead body here.
Can you identify it?
Yeah,
Why does he need a compass?
Got it.
dead body's a Joe Green.
Joe Green.
He's a private contractor for Primatech.
Damn it.
I like this movie. Whatever movie the captions is making, I want to watch that.
My face gonna be on the BrainNet for sure.
God damn it. You don't want to be on the brain net.
Don't worry.
He's making Adam Sandler faces to me. Is he a cyber junkie? Is he a cyber? How is everyone cyber? Hey guys, did you know 2016, there has not been another body in this place since 2016.
Listen, I don't want to file any extra work. Just please go on.
So, wait, what? There's zombies in this film. This is what the junkies look like. She's a cyber junkie. She's addicted to the web. This is what all you little freaks look like. That's a very bad prosthetic. This is a very awkward scene. This is the basement. This fucking place is the basement.
Welcome, Alex.
For all the money and attention put into visual effects, there wasn't jack shit put into sound design. Isaac had a couple iterations. Gonna be a fully CGI android, an android friend. That was a goal budget that wasn't reached. And then he was gonna be like a cyborg, a half human with like some green screen, maybe like a green screen arm. That goal budget wasn't really reached. Well, we got a flat still picture of a computer generated image and a voice in his head. That's fun. That conjures up the idea. It's AI, it's in the web, it's in the computer, it can jump in your head. See, this is simplifying something that works. You don't need anything more complicated than this. He has computer parts in his brain. This AI can talk to him through his brain.
The Luddites use the Cyber Junkie hideout as their base.
What? Why would a terrorist group hide out in a junkie den? Isn't there a chance that the den might be raided at some point by the police? A strange choice on the half of the terrorist organization for choosing this location. I would have gone with a militarized compound personally. I'm a little old-fashioned with my militias that way.
Ain't gonna be pleasant.
Oh, that is one disturbing mind.
Oh, get it? He's a dirty boy. A little dirty, a little rogue. You're a little country. I'm a little rock and roll.
Alex, stop.
Okay, all you needed to do to get this scene to work is add in a little voice thing that says, he's coming up the stairs. He's entering the room. Just something to signify that, oh, they know where he is. Because as it stands right now, he's entering a room and then they just enter too. And it's just like, oh, okay, hi. Fancy meeting you here, fellas.
What the hell are you doing? I told you to retreat.
Whoa. Action, baby.
Flashbang!
Just give me the biggest fucking walkie-talkie you can find. I trust that more than any cyber web internet thing. I know it's impossible to do squibs as a student filmmaker, but the CGI blood does not look good. You can use it for one scene as like a shocker, and you can use it sparingly, but when you just use it again and again like this, the magic has been completely fucking broken. Why does he have one arm? I used to have an arm. I was changing out the motherboard, and then my sleeve got caught, and I was stuck inside that computer, and I accidentally booted it up, and that fan got a swirling, took my arm right off. And I said from that point forward, no technology interwebs www.com will ever bring me down again.
You know, one day, they're going to replace us all.
You brought this on yourself.
My father had work. And then when he lost his job, he couldn't get new work. Because he couldn't compete with the machines.
The machines are gonna take our jobs. That's the biggest concern. Because Detroit now still is a big hub of manufacturing in America. Maybe in the 70s, buddy, but this is supposed to be the future. How fucking old is this guy? There's something disconnected about making a sci-fi in 2016 in the style and with the sensibilities of a sci-fi from the 1980s.
Tell me again how this is my problem.
You're out, Edward. This ends now.
What happened? What? Whoop, got me there, buddy. Thanks for letting me talk. Gonna read me my Miranda, right?
Long live the revolution!
Viva la revolution! Yeah, all 10 of us. Ooh, what a cool guy. Why would there be a crowd? I always show up to boo the terrorists getting arrested. Boo you, terrorists. Hey, terrorists, you're bad. Terrorists, I don't much care for you.
We should talk to the police chief right away. There's no time to lose.
I don't need you. I need a woman. And on top
What?
of that,
I don't need you. I need a woman. Buddy, I don't need to hear some pansy-ass fucking computer. I am a heterosexual man, and I need to stick my dick in something.
if you want to make this partnership work, I need you to do one thing.
What?
You need to shut the fuck up. Alright?
All right.
I need a woman.
Should any self-respecting adult with a bald patch be saying I?
You good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Found him upstairs.
He's so
sent you up
attached to
there to get
them that he
cyber
doesn't
junkies.
even want to wear
Bring down
them.
Edward. Now I'm on BrainNet. Thanks.
Oh no, he ended up on the brain net, you fucking asshole. That's what he didn't want.
Yeah.
What? What happened to Shotgun? How did, what the fuck? What? Listen, the greatest lesson to take away from this, do not start promising a product that you're not going to be able to deliver. Do not hype up people. You're only going to look like a fool. You're only going to be disappointed. Be humble with your project, I think, is a good lesson to take, because the grand, great idea you may have, you may not be able to put it together. And then the thing you end up with is kind of an empty shell where the big cool things you want are there, but the core things that you need to fundamentally make it work are completely missing. It's good to have inspirations that made you want to make film in the first place, but you have to translate it into your view, your world, your place. Work within your budget. That's the most important thing. Thank you for watching. I'm Grayson Todd. Stay tuned for more Tales from Film School. And I will talk to you next time. Stay swazzy, stay posy, watch some good shit. Don't send any hate. I'll be very, very upset. It's our little secret. Shh. Toodles.